For 20 long years, she begged the heavens for just one child. But when her blessing finally came, she gave birth to 7. For 2 decades, Nnenna Okoro carried a wound deeper than any blade could carve. Every full moon reminded her of another cycle passing, another month without the flutter of life in her belly. Every December 31st, while neighbors celebrated with their children, Nnenna would slip into her room and weep until her wrapper was soaked through. Her prayers rose like incense every dawn. She knelt on the red earth behind her hut, hands lifted toward heaven, voice hoarse from pleading. But the sky remained silent. The womb remained empty. And hope grew thinner with each passing year. Obinna, her husband, had once been her greatest comfort. "Our time will come, my wife. Be patient," he would whisper. But patience is a seed that withers without rain. By year 10, his touches grew cold. By year 15, his eyes no longer met hers. By year 20, he had become a stranger sleeping on the other side of their bed. The village showed no mercy either. Market women whispered. Children pointed. Even Obinna's mother stopped visiting. The last time she came, she placed bitter herbs on the table and said with ice in her voice, "Drink this. If nothing happens, my son deserves better." Nnenna drank it all. Nothing happened. It was a Tuesday morning, the kind that starts too quiet, like the world is holding its breath. "I can't do this anymore," Obinna said, staring at the floor. "Obinna, please. 20 years, Nnenna. 20 years I've waited. But what do I have to show for it? Nothing." He grabbed his packed bag and turned toward the door. "You are not the wife I hoped for. You will never be." The door slammed. And Nnenna crumbled to the floor, her cries echoing through the empty compound until darkness swallowed her whole. For 3 weeks, she barely ate. She moved through her days like a ghost. Mama Ebo, her kind neighbor, brought her pepper soup and sat with her in silence. "Life is not finished with you yet, my daughter," the old woman would say. But Nnenna had stopped believing in words. 6 weeks after Obinna left, Nnenna was in her garden when dizziness crashed over her. The world tilted. Her knees buckled. "Nnenna, what is wrong?" Mama Ebo rushed over. "I don't know. My body feels strange." At the health center, the nurse took her blood. 20 minutes felt like 20 hours. When she finally returned, she wore a soft smile. "Congratulations, Mama. You're pregnant. About 1 month along." Time stopped. "That's impossible," Nnenna whispered. "How can this be?" The nurse squeezed her hand. "Sometimes, God's timing is perfect even when ours is not." That night, alone in her hut, Nnenna placed both hands on her belly and whispered, "If you are real, little one, please stay. Please don't leave me too." As months passed, Nnenna's belly swelled far beyond normal. By the 3rd month, she looked 6 months along. By the 5th month, women gasped when they saw her. By the 7th month, she could barely walk. "Nnenna, are you carrying triplets?" Mama Ebo asked, eyes wide. "I don't know. The nurse says the heartbeat sounds complicated." Despite the exhausting wait, Nnenna walked her farm every morning. She planted cassava. She weeded yam beds. She fetched water from the stream. When people told her to rest, she would smile and say, "If suffering is the price for motherhood, then I will pay it gladly." By the 8th month, her body could endure no more. Walking became impossible. Mama Ebo moved in to care for her. And the village waited, because everyone could feel it. Something extraordinary was coming. The storm arrived on a moonless night. Thunder roared. Lightning split the sky. Rain hammered the earth with fury. And Nnenna's water broke. "Mama Ebo, it's time." They carried her to the midwife's hut, her cry stirring through the storm. Inside, 2 midwives walked by lamplight, their faces tense with concentration. The first baby came with a wail that pierced the night. Then another cry joined it. And another. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. When the seventh baby finally emerged, the elder midwife stepped back, voice shaking with awe. Chinik. 7 perfect children. I have never seen such a thing. Nnenna reached out trembling arms. They placed the babies around her, 4 boys and 3 girls, each one a miracle wrapped in skin. She wept. Not tears of sorrow this time, but tears of overwhelming, impossible joy. By morning, the news had spread beyond the village, beyond the river, beyond the hills. People came from distant towns just to see the woman who had given birth to 7 miracles after 20 years of waiting. They called her blessed. They called her chosen. They called her a legend. The news traveled even to the distant town where Obinna had fled. When he heard the story in the market, he froze. Nnenna. 7 children. That's impossible. Guilt crushed his chest. Shame burned through his veins. The woman he'd called barren, the wife he'd abandoned, had been carrying the greatest blessing of their lives the moment he walked away. 2 weeks later, Nnenna sat outside her hut nursing her babies when she heard footsteps. She looked up. There stood Obinna. His clothes were dusty. His eyes glistened with tears and regret. Nnenna. I heard. I didn't know. The village fell silent. Every eye turned toward them. Nnenna studied the man she'd loved for 23 years. The man who'd left her in her darkest hour. She could have turned him away. She could have let bitterness have the final word. Instead, she rose slowly, cradling 2 babies against her chest, and said quietly, "These children need their father." Obinna's knees buckled. He collapsed to the ground, weeping openly. Forgive me. Forgive me for leaving. Forgive me for doubting. Mama Ebu gently placed one of the babies in his trembling hands. The moment his daughter looked up at him with wide, innocent eyes, something shattered and healed inside him all at once. Obinna didn't just return, he transformed. The man who'd left in pride came back in humility. He rebuilt their home with his own hands, adding rooms for each child. He woke before dawn to fetch water so Nnenna could rest. He sang to the babies at night. When villagers whispered that he didn't deserve forgiveness, Nnenna would smile and say, "We all stumble. What matters is whether we rise again." The 7 children grew strong and joyful. Their laughter filled the compound like music. Their presence healed wounds that had festered for 2 decades. And slowly, the broken became whole again. When people asked how such a miracle could follow such sorrow, Nnenna would smile, her 7 children sleeping peacefully around her. Faith doesn't fail, she'd say quietly. It simply waits for its appointed time. And in that small village, their story became legend, a testament that redemption can bloom even in the driest soil, and love can return to men what seemed forever broken. Which moment in Nnenna's 20-year journey touched your heart the most? Was it her struggle, her miracle, or her forgiveness? Subscribe and drop a comment below, I'd love to hear your thoughts.